It's a good idea.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I feel like in the report you've cherry-picked a lot of the economic studies and I think almost made up some of the comparative projections. But what's more disappointing is that your own benchmarks aren't included. And my question is, why don't you have them in there? It was in the first 2 quarterly reports. You can't say that the economy was worse than imagined because Republicans said your projections were rosy to begin with. So is the White House ducking accountability on the stimulus or simply hiding the test so that we can't match it against the poor performance?
All right, so let me be very clear. First, on the numbers that we compare ourselves to, we are looking at the same range of estimates that we have looked at in all of the 4 quarterly reports. So that we tie ourselves to the Congressional Budget Office, highly respected forecasters.
But is there a reason yours are not in here? I mean, you were front and center on what the stimulus would do, is widely reported. Members of Congress debated on the House floor and in the Senate as well.
Can I say
now
that
they're missing?
No, they're exactly there. The main goal that the President gave was that he thought that this act would save or create 3.5 million jobs. And that is absolutely the marker that we are looking at and comparing ourselves to.
So just to be clear, the White House didn't say ever that unemployment would remain below 8%, that you would create 137 non-farm payroll jobs by the end of the year, or that 90% of the jobs would be created in the private sector. You did not, in the fact it was actually in the first 2 quarterly reports, shouldn't have been there?
It was not in the first 2 quarterly reports. That was in the report that Jared Bernstein and I put out during the transition. And let me just address it right now, because we did, where the picture that you showed is one that has even showed up on Jon Stewart, and that let me explain what I think is going on. I think the most important thing to say, it has nothing to do with the stimulus not working. Every study that comes out, every test that we do says that the stimulus is doing what we anticipated it would do. It's on track to save or create 3.5 million jobs.
But I disagree with that, but we're back to sort of hiding the benchmarks. Why?
No, no one is hiding a benchmark. The fundamental thing is about what I have control over. What you had control over in designing the act is what would the act do. What none of us have control over is what was happening in the economy, what was going to happen without the act. And the fundamental thing...
No, you did estimate originally what would happen without the act, and comparing it against that,
Absolutely.
It is still a failure.
Okay,
I guess, again, your benchmarks to me mean something because they're not Republican or Democrat. They come from the White House. They're no longer cited because obviously the performance has failed to meet them.
No, I want to disagree completely. Our benchmark had always been how many jobs would this save or create? And that is what we are judging ourselves against. That's what we estimate in every way possible. It's what we contact private investigator or private analysts on Wall Street. Let me come back to what changed between when we made that prediction about what would happen to the unemployment rate. Is the economy, the track it was on, net of without the Recovery Act, deteriorated. And I think it's important to realize...
But we were telling you that when you made that prediction.
You know, if you
we were telling you those were rosy assumptions.
You know, if you go back and look in the economic report of the President, which is before your committee, look in Chapter 2, because we actually show you what other forecasters, the blue chip consensus, right, the 50 top forecasters in the country, what they were predicting. I think what you forget is we were getting a tremendous amount of information that first couple of months, and the economy was turning in a way...
But with all due respect, we haven't forgot what your benchmarks are. And I don't know how really you can claim success when you failed on those 3 key features, plus predictions you would jumpstart the economy didn't happen, that you restore consumer confidence. It is low today. 90% of Americans believe the economy is in bad shape, and 3 out of 4 don't believe it's getting better. And how do you claim the stimulus worked when you've got businesses holding on to $2 trillion of cash that they're not rehiring people with, they're not hiring new workers with, they're not making that investment or expansion decision? How that is proof positive that the stimulus has failed, because those companies, eager to recover, simply face uncertainty, don't want to be punished, reluctant to do it. How do you stimulate by causing people to hold on and businesses to hold on to their own cash.
Congressman, I have to disagree fundamentally with your statement that it hasn't had an incredible impact on changing the trajectory of the economy. You can't look at the kind of pictures that the chairwoman showed that showed we were on a trajectory of losing 750,000 jobs
But last
a
month, not a single industry in America statistically showed a significant increase in jobs. Last week, 500,000 people, a little less than 500,000 people filed for unemployment, and that was celebrated. How can these be signs of success after a stimulus of breathtaking proportions?
All right, can we cite the number that we've added 600,000 private sector jobs since the beginning of this year? You're not going to get any argument with me.
But you've lost 3.3 million jobs since the stimulus passed in that 16-month. We're going it's gone the wrong direction. And the federal government workers are the only ones so far that have had safe paychecks.
I think you need to remember, again, how severe this recession has been and how it got dramatically worse before anyone passed any stimulus act. If you want to know about our forecast errors, almost all of them came from the fourth quarter of 2008 and the first quarter of 2009. Before the stimulus could have done anything, the economy deteriorated rapidly. That's the main source of why we're not meeting that benchmark. Can I also point out one other thing, which is, while you like to talk about how we've missed our unemployment forecast, it actually turns out that our GDP forecast has turned out to be remarkably accurate, and that in terms of what we said the stimulus would do to GDP, even taking into account the baseline, because part of what's happened is a breakdown in the usual relationship between GDP and unemployment.
The gentleman's time has expired, and I just would like to